And oh wow, I do think we're live. Hey guys, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. I have a very special guest here, someone whose work I have appreciated for a long freaking time. In fact, every time I turn on my MiSTer, this person, 92% of the time they bring me happiness. The other 8% of the time, I'm not exactly sad, but there are some games I really don't like, and this guy covers them as well. I'm speaking about none other than the MiSTer FPGA artist, Ranny Snice in the flesh himself. So you may know him from Wallpapers, but he's not just a pretty face, he is so much more. So Ranny, come and say hello to the people, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, my name is Ranny Snice, and I'm an artist, graphic designer, and I've been doing it my entire life. And the truth is I've only ever gotten attention for it now because I found a way to advertise myself unintentionally. I was just kind of making some wallpapers. I was really just doing them for myself, but so that I wouldn't lose them, I just uploaded them on Twitter, and before I knew it, it caught attention. So I finally found a way to advertise myself unintentionally. So that's it. It's just a fun hobby. I enjoy it.
That is absolutely awesome. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up some of your wallpapers on screen here. I know I'm sharing my screen with you. You might not have the clearest image, but here you go, right? So we've got some here. So do you want to talk us through some of them? Like the main thing that I really like about them, not only are they awesome, they're also very high quality, unlike my material or my thumbnails in particular, but it's the way you've scaled them. Some of them, like the way the MiSTer menu fits, is absolutely perfect. So I've got a few here. You know, talk us through some of them here. What's this one here we're looking at here? World Runner, 3D Battles.
Sure.
What's gone?
Yeah. This one I had a good time doing. I was just hanging out with my friend. He was sitting right next to me, and I was on my laptop. And I just, I searched the web for any high quality images I can. And when I saw World Runner 3D and I looked at the images, I thought, this could look pretty brilliant, if I just cut everything out correctly. And what I'll do sometimes is to compensate for, like, for instance, the stars in the background, that space. Obviously, the box art's not going to cover it. So I had to search a good, really high resolution image of space. Found it to be relatively close to the box art. Sometimes it's not exact to the box art. But if I think it looks good and it looks proper, I'll import it and I'll work around it. And oftentimes I'll look for high quality logos. I'll readjust them. I try to kind of bring box art to the digital, to a digital screen. Try to make it look more. I do my best to make it look like you have something physical without it being physical.
No, got you. And how long does it take you? Like, say, for example, this one here. We will look at some more, guys, but we're starting with this one. Like, how long does it take you? I know we've got some videos of some of your processes, and I've got those ready to go, and we will have a look at them. But how long, like, say, for example, this takes you from the second you begin working on it? And I'm talking research, locating the high-quality assets, when you get to the drawing board, when you put everything together. Because I know you go into Photoshop, man, and I've seen some of your Twitch streams, and I'm like, wow. Like, I had no idea there was so much work involved in wallpapers. I thought it was like, copy, paste, bang, upload. But there's a lot more to it. How long did this one take you, and what's the average amount of time one wallpaper will take you?
The truth is, I don't time it. I just get into it and I have fun. I wish I did time it. If I was to guess, and I could be very wrong on it, this wallpaper may have been an hour or two, maybe possibly 3. I don't always work on it in one shot. I'll start the project. I'll work on it for maybe an hour or until I feel burned out from it. Then I'll drop it and walk away. I'll return and I'll continue it. Some wallpapers I'm able to get done within an hour. Sometimes there are wallpapers that really take me many hours. I'll spend a few days working on it, and each day that I put into it, if it's a really detailed wallpaper, could easily be an hour and a half to 2 hours. There was a Golden Axe one that I made that's like very, there was a Golden Axe wallpaper I made that one took me a very long time, but I did it in small sections every day a little bit more, and that's actually one of my more favorite wallpapers that I've made. I'm
I've got
proud
a
of that
Golden
one.
Axe one in the background. I don't know if you can see that one, but behind like the well, behind the wallpaper, there's another
Yeah,
wallpaper. Is that
I
the
do
one or
see
is
it.
it a
Yeah.
different one?
No, it's the
Okay.
different one where it has all of the characters all around. It's blue. It's got that blue skeleton on the left, and on the right side is the map of the that world map of Golden Axe in between stages.
Ah, nice,
When they
nice. Okay. Hopefully we'll come across that. So what we're going to do, let's have a look at some of the chat because man, you've got a lot of fans, Ranny. Vampire, I would say is going into stalker level now, but it's still good stalker level. The kind of stalker that will come to your house and maybe wash your windows and check your tire pressure and make sure it's safe for the cold weather. So good stuff there from Vampire.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got Plaza. But unfortunately, YouTube only shows me the handles now, like instead of the actual username. But we got Plasma 2891. They're saying hi, Ronnie. Then we've got Matt Mungrin 4792. Ranny Snice is the king. Absolutely, MiSTer is king, and Ranny Snice is one of the kings of MiSTer. Then we've got Takumi Hertz. Absolute amazing supporter of Metal Game Solid in the channel. So hi lovely people, and thank you for the interview with Ranny. Well, thank you to Ranny as well. Sorry, I'll read all these and then you can have your bit on there. So then we got Spitfire saying evening. Spitfire, thank you always for showing up. Then Matt again. Friday, they're saying that Friday the 13th wallpaper, anytime that pops up, I have to play the game. And then Takumi again, technical question. Do you likely use Photoshop or some kind of open source alternative? I think we may have said Photoshop already. And VolJoe, I'm amazed at the quality of these. This is so cool to hear from the person behind the magic, right? Do you want to answer? Do you want to respond to any of those, Ranny? If you haven't forgotten them, if you've got a memory like mine.
Sure. No, I would love to. First off, thank you. It's incredibly. I'm wowed by it. I'm flattered that people like my work so much, and I really appreciate it. I'm sorry. Yeah. So. As far as how I create them, I use 100% Photoshop. Sometimes I'll go into Illustrator to do some adjustments, but Photoshop is really my strong suit. And the truth is, thanks to this project, I've sharpened my Photoshop skills significantly. So I can turn around wallpapers and all sorts of artwork much faster than I was at the beginning of this. Yeah, I use Photoshop. That's my primary program, and yeah, that's the extent of it. Was there another question there that I didn't answer? I'm sorry.
You can have a look at the chat there. No, I think the other ones were more like someone has to play Friday the 13th every time they see it, and just a lot of people just saying how awesome you are. But we kind of knew that already. So what I'm going to do, Rani, if you look at your screen, I'm going to flick through the wallpapers. At any point, just say stop. And then we can talk about that one, whichever one you want to talk about. I know your archive doesn't just have your wallpapers. This is what I find very wholesome about you. Some people are like, no, I only want to push my stuff. When you come across other artists, a lot, even sometimes smaller artists that are starting off, you always add them to your repository and they get pulled via update tool, which the other smaller artists that I've spoken to, one in particular that was starting off was Anime Otaku, and he was like, man, Ranny is so awesome. I did a wallpaper and he added it to like his GitHub, and now people are getting it via update tool. He was blown away. So that's super, super nice of you, dude.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure. No, I'm more than happy to do it. In fact, actually, I think it was only Anime Otakus who I've accepted. So there is. So I'm not saying I'm against anybody else. I'm not. But first thing, I need to know that it is the whoever's creating it. They put their logo on it, so this way they know and everybody knows. I have spent the majority of my life not even doing much in terms of graphic design and artwork. And so even as a kid growing up, when I would draw, I got excited, but I never got the praise or like that I was hoping for. So I know what it is to be the artist who gets how to describe it. Like you get turned off, you get how am I going to compete with this guy and all this, and I feel differently about that. If somebody's work is good, I'll take it. You know what I mean? But it's, I got to go through it. There is a minimum quality I will accept for the wallpapers on my repository. So, as long as you know what you're doing and you have high quality artwork and it looks good, and, I see that it gels well with the community, I'm more than happy to take it. But, I don't want, I'm all about good art. And if you're a designer and you know what you're doing and you have good high quality artwork, and it does need to look good on an HD TV, it needs to be crisp. Yeah, I'm more than happy to take it, as long, and especially if you're consistent with it, and you know, you're just having fun. This whole thing is about fun. I've been doing this for fun from the start, and I'm all about anybody who's willing to contribute great artwork. We're all going to enjoy it on the MiSTer. So as you know, I try to be the artist that is open to other artists who are willing to put in the work that they enjoy and they want it shared.
You know what? That's freaking that's super awesome. So guys, if anyone out there and you've got high quality work, you know, well, you may be able to get on up there too. Speak to Ranny, but remember, it needs to be of quality. And you know, if you send him like your child's drawing that he done with some crayons, and you love it because it's your child, but to the whole world it looks crap, then just be prepared to be politely rejected, right? So I wanted to ask you about this wallpaper here, Ranny, because I know you're a big original Castlevania fan. So this one here, tell us a little bit about this one. I thought I would pick this because I know you like Castlevania, so it's a 2-in-1. Tell us about your love for Castlevania and how it manifested into this wallpaper.
I first came across Castlevania, believe it or not, in the arcade. In fact, in a pizzeria in Brooklyn.
What? Like a NES arcade in the system? What we're talking about, Haunted Castle, where you know the guy, the main protagonist is constipated. Is it Simon or whoever it is?
No. The NES game Castlevania. The first time I ever laid my eyes on it, it was at a pizzeria in Brooklyn. I walked in there and I saw this game, and you know, it looked like a good time. And so I got a quarter, and I'm telling you, it played so good with the arcade controls. I fell in love with it right away. And I found myself going back to that arcade. It was only 2 blocks away from me. So I would go back to that arcade every day if I could, and I'd pop another quarter in. I don't even think I ever got past the first stage, but
wow.
I was blown away. The NES was 1986 or 1987.
Right.
So you know, I didn't even know this was going to be an NES game, and nor did I have an NES yet. I was going to get an NES in a few months as a birthday gift, but I had to go to the arcade and play this game because that's how good Castlevania was. And it turns out it was a versus Castlevania. I had no clue about that. All I knew is months later, my father got me the NES, and I opened it up, and it had a Nintendo Player's Guide as opposed to having a cartridge, which today I'm happy about that. I was kind of disappointed it didn't come with a game, but that NES guide is so much more to me now. And sure enough, I opened those pages, and I couldn't believe it. I saw Castlevania. I said, oh my God, this game that I'm playing in the arcade, it looks arcade perfect. Of course, because it was actually an NES game. I didn't know that. But when I saw that, I had to get that game, and yeah, I ended up getting it about 15 years later.
Wow, no, that's not so. When it comes to Castlevania games, do you prefer the classicvania formula or do you prefer the Metroidvania formula?
I'm a bigger fan of the classic Castlevania. I will say Symphony of the Night, I played that when it was brand new on the PlayStation. That was an incredible game in itself. I would never say that it's better than the other Castlevanias. It was definitely someone's realization of just how good Castlevania can become. And I love that formula as well. It's definitely a lot more commitment to the one game, but it's done well. So I don't really have much of a specific preference. I like my linear games, and I do enjoy my Metroidvania style games.
Nice. Okay, no, that's a fair answer. And we've got Takumi here asking, Ranny Snice, since you're a Castlevania fan, have you played the CD32 version of Castlevania?
No, CD32.
I think it's on Takumi. Is that on the Amiga Vision pack? There's an Amiga version that's on there. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it's that one there. There's one on the Amiga Vision pack. It's worth checking out. Oh, it is that one, Takumi says. So it might be worth checking out. It's the original Castlevania, but I think it uses assets from the Sharp X68000 version. It's on the Amiga. It plays really, really well. It's done by, you might be familiar with a guy that's done it, Dante Mendez. Dante Retro Dev over on X. He always posts really, really good game tweets, but that might be worth checking out. Oh, another question here. How do you feel about Simon's Quest? Did you play any of the sequels to Castlevania then?
Yeah. Oh, I could talk about that one. So, Simon's Quest, I got that game when it was new. And the truth is, I loved it. I know everyone hates it. I understand the frustrations, but I always had a good time playing NES games, and I took my time with it. And I had a great time up until I walked up to that wall after that famous scene where the tornado comes. I had no clue what the heck to do, and there was no information out there on it. One day, my mom went to the supermarket, so I joined her. And when I was in the supermarket, I went right to the magazine sections because, and I went to the magazine section and I found a game magazine. And there was I just caught it with my eye. There's they had a few screenshots and they showed that if you had the crystal, I believe it's the crystal, and you duck down, the tornado would eventually come. I had no clue about that at all, but I looked at that magazine, I memorized what it said, and I had all these items that I needed to make the tornado come to me. So I went back to it, and I ducked down, and sure enough, that tornado came, and that was it. That was the only thing about the game that stumped me. Besides that, I loved Castlevania 2. I did.
Wow. Okay, so I played it the other day. I played the NES to SNES conversion, so look out for that. There's one coming out with MSU soundtrack, a lot of quality of life improvements, like a redone map, a redone intro. Really, really good from the Rumble Mints. Goddamn Bathead or Batty has done like the soundtrack for that, the MSU one soundtrack. It also uses a translation from the Famicom disc version. But to be completely honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the game, but I don't have any nostalgia for it. I like the original one, because the original is the original. But one thing I can relate with you over there was going into those shops and reading those magazines, man. That was absolutely banging. It was like, back then it wasn't the internet. You couldn't just go, hey Google, like I can literally tell my voice assistant, hey Google, how can I get past the typhoon bit or the whirlwind bit or the hurricane bit in Castlevania 2, and it will literally give me the answer in seconds. But back then you either had to share knowledge with one another. A friend would say, oh, I got past it this way. I bet you when you read that magazine, if someone else asked you, you'd be like, oh no, by the way, this is how you pass it. And that was a golden time. I feel like even though information overload or the information we have at our fingertips can be considered good, I do miss the simpler times where you didn't have all the info, and to find it was a little bit more of a challenge. Or as Takumi says there, you can call the Nintendo hotline.
Yeah. You know what? I 100% agree with you. I thought it was a better time back then because now the answers are easy. All that mysticism is just gone. All that excitement about discovering stuff, gone. Because now you can just search it on Google. It comes up in 2 seconds. More convenient, sure, but I feel like it kind of takes away from the excitement of of self-discovery in the game. Speaking of going back and forth, I thought I beat Symphony of the Night. I thought it was a very short game, and I was like, "Oh man!" I talked to my friend
the bad
in high school.
ending.
Yep, I didn't. I was like, "Dude, I beat this game, and like it was fun, but it was short." And he goes, "Dude, you didn't even beat the game yet." I was like, "Yes, I did. I beat the game." And he said, "No, you're supposed to equip something that makes you see Shaft flying over."
You know what? That was really good what you done there. So for like the one person in chat that hasn't played it, there was almost a spoiler there. But yeah, there's go on, go with what you're doing. But thank you so much for not spoiling it for someone in case they want to experience that for the first time.
Yeah. It's an amazing game, and if you can, I would say play it on the original hardware or on the MiSTer because it's as good as original hardware. But I tried playing that on the 360. There was something off about it. Maybe it was in my head, but I enjoy it best on the original system. I would like to try the Saturn game.
Do you know what the main thing with the Saturn is? I don't like I'm used to playing it with a PlayStation controller. So if I'm playing it on the Saturn now, let's say I was playing it on the MiSTer, I would have to change the controls over to be exactly like the PlayStation. It just feels really, really off. But there is a really good version. I think it's done by Team Medusa, where they've made like quality of life improvements where one button gets you to the map as opposed to going in the menu and then pressing another button. I know it sounds like something really small, but when you're checking the map a lot, it gets annoying having to go through 2 steps to get to it. As well as that, they've added they've added, I think, the PSP translation to it. It's got some really, really good stuff in there. I also have to give an honourable mention. Not a lot of people know this, or not a lot of people will consider this, but the bloody Android version, man, that you can buy on phones. As long as you've got an Android device with like a controller on there, man, it's a bloody good version, man. I can't believe how good it is. Obviously, the PlayStation's the best. I'll always stick to that opinion. Right. Okay, let's go. We were looking at wallpapers at one point, weren't we? So let's have a look. So, Ranny, are you looking at the screen? Tell me to stop unless I find one before. If there's anything in particular that you want to talk about.
Sure, sure.
So, guys, we're just flicking through the wallpapers so you guys can get a feel for them too. Did you say stop here? The Double Dragon 2 one?
Yeah. We can talk about this one for a moment. So this is when I decided to bring more 4x3 papers for CRT screens, and I just decided to kind of redesign this one. I loved how the 16:9 one came out, but I know for the CRT screen, I wanted to do some modifications, and it's quite a busy image, so I kind of had to make it work good on a 4x3. So I decided to just look for screenshots of the game in action and just remixed it. And this was a fun one. I enjoyed kind of reworking it a little. And that's it. That's really all I have to contribute for this one. But this one I enjoyed a lot. I'm pretty proud of the Double Dragon 2 wallpapers, both the 16:9 and this one.
Nice. So will these show up on my, like, I've just turned on my PVM to look at the wallpaper and I realised I've actually got Street Fighter running, but will this show up on my CRT then? Will it show up on my PVM when I turn it on? Will I get that behind like the fuzzy MiSTer screen?
Yeah, this one, sure. If you go into the into update all and you go into the settings, there is an option that is for both 16:9 wallpapers and 4x3 papers, and you can choose to do, one or the other or both.
Do you know what? Hold it there. Let's do that. Let's go into it right now so we can show the people.
Sure.
Because I did want to go in there to show people how you can get all these cool wallpapers and how you can turn them on. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, I didn't know I could actually turn on these wallpapers, because you may not go into those extra options within the MiSTer FPGA. So let's do that. So if I go scripts and then I go update all, and hopefully you can see the screen to an okay extent. I certainly hope you can. Now I'm going to press up to go into settings. So there you go, guys. You can see starting in 12:11. We're not going to let it start. We're going to move it up. There's quite a bit of generous time there for you to do that. Right. So now I know if I go into, is this one here, number 6, extra content, right? ROMs, BIOS and wallpapers. So now if we go in here, as I'm a fan, I have got it enabled already. But is there anything else do I need to go into that to select it? Shall I go into that, Ranny?
Yeah, you can go ahead, and it should give you the option to choose between 16:9 or 4x3 or both.
I see it, and I've never paid attention to that, and that is completely on me. So let's go. All, there you go. All, I never knew that was there, man. I just always had the 16:9 one. So guys, anyone out there wondering how you can get these cool wallpapers on there, this is how you do it. So this is, see that? We are doing a live tutorial because we are badass, man. And there's other stuff you can get there as well, but what we're looking at here is the Ranny Snice wallpapers, and you can get them for your CRT and you can get them for your 16:9 screen. That is freaking awesome. So let's save that. So it will save it onto our INA file. Let's exit and run update all. I did run update all recently, but I'm wondering if it's gonna add, oh, there you go, look, it's just added some more 4x3 wallpaper. So that might take a little bit of time. In the meantime, while that is happening, what I will do is let's go back and let's bring the wallpapers up, and we can what we'll do is you pick one more wallpaper to talk about, and then we'll play some of the videos that you sent me earlier. Now, I've not been able to get all of those on there, but I tried to get as many as I could on there, but we've got a decent variety there. But in the meantime, Ranny, just stop me on any wallpaper, whether you want to talk about the game or the actual artwork itself.
Sure, no problem.
Let's do this. No, that's not the gold. That's the one in the background. Okay, cool. I was hoping
this one. So okay, let's talk about this one. This game, the artwork. This was my first NES game, by the way. Wow, the artwork is just absolutely incredible. This caught me back in the day. It threw me off. So I have been. This is one of those wallpapers where this is one of the artworks that I was desperately trying to find anything high quality for, and it took me a long time to find it. But as soon as I found this, I went to work right away on that. And I just anytime I can obtain artwork for that I have real nostalgia for, that's really good, and I can find high quality. It's awesome. It's that for me, that's like buying a brand new game that I've been waiting for. I search for artwork when I can, and this is just one of those pieces that are absolutely amazing. The way the colors are, the way it's painted and drawn, it's just mind blowing. So
and it does remind you of Star Wars, right? Like almost like an X-wing facing a Star Destroyer.
In a way. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's definitely it's a cool thing, but it has its own identity as well because it's been around a long time. It's been around a freaking long time. But I have no doubts that inspiration was taken out of Star Wars, or maybe not. If you've ever got a big ship in the background with a small ship up front, you're going to think Star Destroyer. But that's awesome. And what we've got in the background now, actually, is we have got your favorite game running. So tell us a bit about this game. I'm a fan of all the horizontal shooters that Konami have put out, but man, as much as I love them, they make my blood boil, man, because once you die, it's like going from riches to rags. You go from rags to riches, back to rags, and I lose all will of actually playing the game because having like 3 or 4 options, missiles, a shield up front, the laser power up that's cutting through everything. I've literally gone to a pea shooter. The only charity that I might get is if I had a power up that I haven't banked yet, I might get speed up, but that was it. So tell us a bit about your experience. Can you 1cc this or one life this on the NES?
No way. I was more about just having a good time, and once I discovered the Konami code, that was it. Started that right away, and that's when the game was fun for me, with the Konami code, having all those power-ups right in the beginning. That's how I played it.
Is that what the Konami code gave you in this? It let you start with the power-ups?
Everything.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it now.
Yeah. Do it before. Yeah, do it now.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
that's okay. Right. That's all right. You do it before you begin.
Oh, okay. So right, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select star. Is that it? Did it work?
That would be it, but you'd have to do a little faster. That's
all. Okay, cool. Right. Let's see if I can get it on. Right. So, right. I've gone 2 players.
That's okay.
All right. Okay. There you go. Sorry. This happens to all men.
That's okay. I was going to say, I think if you do it here, you get the 30 lives. I also think while you're in the middle of the game, you pause it and you do it again, and that's
let's try it.
I believe so. I'm going back from 20 years ago. I'm remembering.
I got it.
There you go.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, this is the way to play the game. That's how I was
absolutely. Wow. Okay, so guys, if you want to play Gradius, sorry, oh man, okay, we're gonna start playing now. Let's see how far. Okay, so this is definitely the way to play. I think there's some arcade versions of this that actually begin with max power up. I can't remember which one it is. I always get confused. There's too many games out there. So we got the laser right. Okay, this isn't a stream about playing, but guys, the Konami code. It is. So back then, do you remember? All the games, pretty much, all the Konami games had the Konami code that you could put in somewhere. I remember Contra had it. One of the ones I always remember was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Game Boy, Fall of the Foot Clan. You essentially could recharge your enemies. So instead of 4 lives, you could almost have 5 lives in that. So that was awesome. But you know what? Well done for remembering that, and well done for me for actually putting it in correctly, man. I thought I wasn't getting it there, but you were giving me some incorrect information there, Ronnie.
Oh, no problem, man. I believe if memory serves me right, and I hope I'm not confusing it with Contra, if you put that code in before you press start on the main menu, it should give you the 30 lives.
Okay.
Then you're done. You don't have to do anything else.
Can you use both codes, or is it one or the other?
No, I think you should be able to do both.
Nice. Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm remembering it right.
Do you remember back in the day when the Konami code was in every game, you were trying to work out where it goes? I mean, often you'd pause the game and do it, and a lot of games did have that in there, but sometimes it'd be in different areas. And that was really cool, trying to discover that Konami code, right? Trying to think, where is that Konami code? And when you found it, you were like, yes, it's in here.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't know how many games had it. I knew Gradius had it, I knew Contra had it, and anything else I didn't know because, again, the information wasn't so readily available, only if you read magazines, which I didn't have too many growing up. So.
No, absolutely. But back then, it wasn't even called the Konami code. It was just called up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA star. It's only years later, someone was like, the Konami code. I'm like, what's the Konami code? And then when I saw what the inputs were, I was like, that's the Konami code. It would have been a lot easier to call it the Konami code. I always called it up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select star, you know?
Me too, man. Me too.
We could have saved a lot of time, right? So what we're going to do now is let's look at some of this stuff and let's bring a video up. So here you go, Ranny. Tell us a little bit about this. Let me just put it on repeat, on loop. Yep, there we go. So if you can see it here. So this is you at a trade show.
Yes,
and
this was... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on. I love that House of the Dead thing and the Metroid stuff that you've done. So this is you kind of expanding on your art, making it and putting like LEDs in there and like seeing that, man. I mean, like if I was a single guy and I was dating, I'd bring a girl around to my house and she'd be like, wow, look at those lights. Okay, either that or either she's going to leave and go, you're a super nerd. But either way, I would still stick it up. So tell us your part on this.
Well, first and foremost, I have to say thank you to Big Al. He is the one who pushed me. He said to me, he saw the canvas art I made, and I think it was specifically the Salamander one, that Salamander mashup that has Gradius and Nemesis and all this. And he said, man, you should put holes in that thing and put lights in it. And I was just like, I didn't really want to do that because the canvases themselves are not inexpensive for me to produce. So this is one expensive experiment. But in the past, I did think about putting lights in. I just never pushed all the way through to actually doing it. And then I was never daring enough to do it. And finally, when Big Al said it, I said, you know what? I thought of this in the past. I kind of wanted to do it. Big Al egged me on. He did, and I appreciate him for it. All the better because he's the reason that all these videos that you're seeing with the Metroid and the House of the Dead 2, that's 100% him. He pushed me to it. Now I'm confident in doing it, and I attribute 100% credit to him for that.
Just running another one there, but Big Al's a cool guy, man. He's actually very, very helpful. He's one of the admin team over on my Discord server. Guy is super, super helpful. What a guy, man! What a guy.
Yeah,
but that's
very
awesome.
Nice guy.
Who's that dodgy looking guy in the bottom right, man? Looks sus. Looks sus.
Yeah, that's me. Very, very sus.
Okay, so this is more of the same. Let's see what else we've got here. I know there was a few. Okay, so that's the same. No, go for it.
One moment, I gotta stop that beeping. I'll be back in less than a minute.
No problem. Guys, you're just left with Pixel for the moment. We are facing technical issues, but let's watch Ranny Snice sell some merch at this event. And a massive shout out to Big Al, the bit person on your Discord. That is, Takumi, that is the guy, Big Al, man. I did answer the question. Now, Big Al's really, really cool. Very, very helpful guy. Very, very nice guy. Goes out of his way, goes above and beyond to help. So let me turn this off for a bit and we'll have a look at Haunted Castle. So hopefully Ronnie will be back after he turns off. Oh, he's back. All right, cool. So Ronnie.
Sorry.
Listen, no, all good, man, all good. This, I love doing shows like this. I just love feeling I'm like absolutely normal. Like, listen, I had to tell my daughter, my mum's with me tonight, and sometimes she'll randomly knock on the door and she'll say when we're going home, her dementia's getting worse. So sometimes in the middle of a stream, she knocks on the door, I mute the mic, I run out there. The guys are used to it. So all of you guys watching, I appreciate you guys because this show, sometimes weird stuff happens and I appreciate you guys sticking by, man. So absolutely amazing. And guys, if you haven't pressed that like button, press the like button. Don't do it for me. Do it for Coin Up Karen over there or Arcade Karen. I've heard it both ways. Right. Let's bring up one other show one over here. Ronnie, this is amazing. Oh, look at that. They're playing Street Fighter there. Which one's that? That's either Champion or that's Champion Edition, I think, not Hyper Fighting. The colors look like Champion Edition. Am I right? Or is that Hyper Fighting there?
I'm not 100% sure because It's probably Champion Edition, to be honest with you. I believe it is. I had an NFC card set up over there, and and that's what I had, Champion Edition. So I'm not sure on this video whether they're running the PC Engine version of the game.
No, that's the arcade version, dude. That looks like the arcade version. I don't know. It looks like it. I could be wrong. Oh man, no, you know it might be the PC Engine version. Because see, like little borders at the bottom potentially. You know what? I don't even know. I'm going to stop talking because sometimes I'm going to make myself sound like an expert and everyone's going to realize I'm a fraud. So,
me too, man. Yeah. You're not the only one.
All right, let's. Okay. There's Haunted Castle. This is a game we're talking about. This is where it's at Simon. So in this game, at the beginning, he goes to get married, and naturally, out of all the women Dracula can bloodsuck in the world, he's like, I'm gonna nick your wife, and this guy here vows not to go toilet again until he rescues his wife, and that's why he walks like that. That is literally a corn dog up the behind. Right. Okay. So here's one of you drawing. So tell us a little bit about this. Is that Hulk Hogan? I used to watch a TV show where the guy painted stuff and drew stuff and you didn't know what it was up until the end. I think it was a guy called Rolf Harris. But what is this? Tell us about it.
So this is Jay from the Game Chasers. If any of you guys watch that channel, the main guy, he just passed away a few months ago. And it's an incredible show. It's kind of like American Pickers, but specifically dedicated to video games and toys. Anyway, this was for, there was a Too Many Games convention, I believe it was 2016. The Game Chasers were going to be there, and I just discovered their I discovered their channel just like months before. So knowing that they were going to be there, I decided to do some fan art, and I decided to brush up on my hand drawing artwork because I hadn't, at this point, it had probably been about a decade until I went back to doing what you're looking at on the screen right now. So I just decided to try a different approach to my artwork. I decided to start using colored pencils and alcohol-based markers. And, I had fun with this one. And this was just one of several pieces that I made for these guys. And it was pretty exciting because I finally went to Too Many Games. They saw it, and Billy, you can even hear it in the video just barely, but there's a video of me giving this to them, and he goes, "Oh, that's you!" Like he didn't know where it was coming from. His reaction,
quality.
I loved it. Yeah,
I mean, you're very quick at this, or is this sped up?
Oh no, this is sped up. This is absolutely sped up.
That was a joke, by the way, guys. I'm not that dumb. Yeah. unless you were like, no, man, this is how fast I do it, because that is super fast, dude. That is amazing. I can't believe how good that actually turned out. Like I was like, what's he drawing, man? I didn't want to say anything, but holy moly, that looks really, really good, man. Wow. Amazing.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely amazing. So you can actually draw stuff freestyle and you can design stuff on a PC as well.
Yep. Yes, I could do both. I have to get back into drawing. I haven't, believe it or not, I think it's been about nearly 10 years since my last since my last hand-drawn picture. I just, the graphic design stuff just took over, because for me, that's easy. I get it done fast, it's clean, and everybody likes it. But I would like to return to drawing one day. I just got to get myself to that point. It's just, I don't know. I just got to pick up a pen or a pencil or something and start. But yeah, I mean, I had a really good time making this. And some of my closest friends, they go, dude, why aren't you drawing? I like your wallpapers, I like your graphic design, but how about your real artwork? And I'm like, one day I'll try and get back to it.
Dude, it's banging cool. I know you go to like conventions and like shows and like events too, and you've sold a few things. Do you actually sell anything online? Because if so, I'd like to post that link in chat and just pin it so people can check your stuff out and support you where possible.
I appreciate it. I don't have a store because I'm kind of nervous about having that, considering the artwork I'm working with. So I keep a low profile on that, or as low as possible. But the only way I do it is if you message me you message me on one of my social media apps, and if you're interested, I have the stuff ready to go. You just pay for shipping and whatever the cost of the artwork is, and I send it right away. I've had a few buyers that way, but I don't go around advertising it because I'm going to get a cease and desist sooner or later.
No,
So,
no, I get that. But if someone's like very, very passionate about like a particular kind of project, they can reach out and you can do that. Same way like I've got an arcade stick made from pixel memories, and I chose, obviously I'm going to choose artwork for a game that I like, and it's not something that that person's going to own, but it's something I want. So it's something that we can privately agree to.
right. Yeah, and that guy's amazing, by the way. Chris, I believe that's his name from Pixel Memories. That guy's incredible. I
Is it
also
not
have one of his
Clive?
sticks.
Is it Clive? Is it Clive? I always see it as Clive Frog, not Chris Frog. But I could be wrong. Maybe his name's Chris. I always thought it was Clive. But yeah, either way, Pixel Memories, cool guy, very, very good.
Yeah, yeah, he does incredible work. He
Yeah,
does.
no, really, really does. I love. Have you seen like the little, like, the really, really long screen he's bought? It's like a ruler, and it's tiny, and he's playing like Darius, one of the Darius games on it. It looks freaking amazing, man. Absolutely mind blowing.
I think I did see something of that a while ago. It was pretty wild to see. It was like a small, wide screen.
That's the one. Yeah, yeah. It looks wicked.
The creativity. Who thinks of that?
Man,
You
I
know,
was
a genius.
I
He
was
does it.
I was tempted to pick up that screen just to be like a complete idiot and play it on the train or the bus on the way to work, and people are like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Leave me alone," and mashing that arcade thing in there like some big kid. But no, I refrained from doing it because I was like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna use it a couple of times, and I'm not gonna use it. I've got a portable screen, I really use it. I like the idea behind it, especially when you can. So something like the MiSTer Pi that runs via USB Type C, it's really cool to take out because I can take it out with a power bank, and everything is running on a power bank. I could take it to somewhere where there's no electricity and run it that way. And it's really, really cool. And I think you could probably do that with what Pixel Memories was showing with that screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I want to get more stuff from him. I really do. And one day I hope to do it. But I have a very tight space as it is, and it's just one of those things that I got to look at it and be wishful and be like, oh man, one day. I ain't got the space, unfortunately. But
Okay.
but otherwise, I'd be getting more stuff from him. He like I said, he does really creative stuff. I might one day pick up that Outrun wheel that he made. That looked pretty cool.
Nice, yeah, no, it did. It looked banging. I've got an arcade stick from him, but I absolutely love it. I think it's great. He made me a custom PCN one with Blanca on it, one of my favorite characters. Just looks absolutely brilliant, man. I just like sometimes I just sit there. I know it sounds a bit weird, but sometimes I just sit there looking at it.
Me too. Me too. I have that with Shinobi stick. I sit there. It's that, and that's right. I have two sticks from him. I forgot. I also have the Robotron 2084. I have them displayed right by my artwork at the corner of my wall because it looks so good and it blends in so well. So they serve for me two purposes. One, it's a beautiful art piece, and number two, it's a fantastic controller.
Right, yep, no, absolutely, because he uses all the Sanwa parts, the buttons that I like. It is fantastic. Right, okay, dude, that picture's something else. I mean, honestly, from what it was when you started to what it is, it's crazy. So, like, I've got, when I grew up, I had there was a friend of mine. This guy was an amazing artist, right? And his whole family, it was just something in the genes, man, that they had. So he was used to, back in the day, design like flyers for me when I had like an event or like a birthday party. Guy used to design flyers for me. They were banging, but like my closest friend there, he could only replicate stuff. So he could look at something and replicate it perfectly. But his older brother could draw with an idea, that with something that he had in his mind. What type are you? Can you think of something and think this is it in my head and then come out with a banging picture? Or do you have to look at something and copy it?
No, I could picture it in my. Here's the truth. I don't. I could look at something and go slow and draw it. I don't do any tracing, but the truth is, my earliest of artworks, I've always. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I would just take a pen and just start drawing, and with a regular big pen, I can actually do fine details. It's just one of those things I learned. I picked up from a tattoo artist. But with a pen instead of an actual needle. Anyway, I just would start drawing shapes, and eventually the picture would become something. I have a lot of really strange artwork that I used to draw. And the truth is, it was fun, but it's one thing I still haven't mastered, and it's anatomy, how to draw it proper. And so I never really furthered myself in drawing to get good at it. And so I never really, back in the day, pictured, I wouldn't start with an image in my mind and try to create it. Today, I would like to try and take that on, because there is a game that's a homebrew game that came out, and it's from a very popular Sega Master System title.
I know you're going to say Bad Computer. Is it Bad Computer? Adam?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Go for it. I was just taking a guess there, trying to be smart.
No, that's okay. The truth is, I've thought about doing it as soon as I started playing that game, but I didn't. I still, to this day, haven't gone around to drawing because, like I said, it's one of those things I got to get myself back into. But I would like to do some original artwork with permission from the guy first. I'm probably just going to draw it anyway, and one day. And then I'm going to just like contact him and be like, hey, do you mind would you be interested in having this as artwork for your game that you're working on? And if he says no, then hey, it's just a drawing that I made. But if he takes it, that would be an honor.
Oh, awesome. Do you want to reveal what that is, or are you going to keep that to yourself for now?
I don't want to put, I don't mind revealing it, but then I'm going to have, then I feel like I'm committed to doing it.
No,
and I don't want to disappoint anyone.
No,
I don't mind
that's
it,
all good.
but no, I'll mention it. I don't mind it. So Kenseiden, the original Master System game Kenseiden.
Spell that for me. Was it Ken?
Seiden. It's one of the games I had growing up.
Is there a homebrew version of it?
Oh yeah, it's, for the Mega Drive. It came out a while ago. I don't know if he's continuing work on it or if he stopped, but it wasn't called Kenseiden.
It's not called Hayato's Journey, is it? Is it for the Mega Drive? Is that the one?
That's the one.
Yeah, let me bring that up. I love that game, man. It's difficult. It's wicked, but it is difficult, man.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it controls so much more nicely, but
let me bring that up just a second. So let's see where we can. Right, give me a second, Ranny. I want to bring that up on screen. And I need to, doing this stuff here on the fly. I just want to show you guys Hayato's Journey because it is banging. Right, okay. Here we go. And right, we should be getting it soon. Let's have a look. Here we go. It's gone over the chat, but here you go, guys. This is Hayato's Journey. An absolute banger of a game. You should check it out. It's actually free to download on, you can grab it via itch.io. I'll actually post the link in chat if you guys want to check it out. It's free. You can leave the guy a donation if you like, but honestly, like when I played this, I was blown away. It uses assets from lots and lots of different games. One of the bosses is actually one of the little dogs from Willow. So yeah, there's some really, really cool stuff there, man. It's well worth checking out. Right, I'll leave a link to this in the chat, and we'll have a look at some more wallpapers as well. So that's Hayato's Journey. I might actually have it on a MiSTer. Maybe we can run it. I don't know exactly what we're going to get with the attract mode, but it might be worth running. Hey, Cuckoo, how you doing, man? Cuckoo's saying hello. Right, guys, that there is Hayato's Journey, a game that Ranny likes really much, very, very much, and would like to do some art for. Okay, so now that your drawing is gone, what else have we got here? Okay, so we've got some more canvas stuff that I've put on here. Oh, wow, that dude. I think that's my favorite one, man.
Yeah, I'm proud of this one. This was the one that Big Al egged me on. Now this one is already, I think, the second or the third canvas of this piece that I made. The first one I did with just Christmas lights. I didn't even know about these RGB lights until later.
Okay.
So the Christmas lights, it's bright, it looks good, but man, once I put the RGB lights into this, that was it. I can't even do a canvas anymore without, like if I'm going to do it with lights, it's going to be RGB lights going forward. But,
dude, this just looks like, seriously, it looks amazing. It's the kind of thing that you had it up on your wall, you turn it on and you just want to look at it, man. It looks freaking beautiful, man.
Thank you. That was the aim. I was like trying to think, how do I bring, like I was doing arcade marquees, and that's great for people who have the arcade machines that they could put it in. But I wanted to think like, man, what about somebody who just likes the artwork, doesn't have an arcade machine, but would like to have something really, What's that term for toys? Toyetic is a term that you would say if like a cartoon feels like if it's toyetic, you can make toys out of it and stuff. The artwork, I wanted to feel like it's part of an arcade or someone's man cave or something. And I mean, I was doing this for myself. Like I wanted to do this. I do my artwork in a way that would make me happy. And if it makes me happy, I'm sure other people would like it. And everything I've done up until this point is done in that style. If it makes me happy, if it's what I envisioned, then I'll apply it. And, clearly I got people who like what I do. And, but this specific piece, this canvas, it's something I planned for a while. And as you can see, it's the Gradius artwork as well as, it's a mix. It's all like Nemesis, Gradius 4, the top right one, the ship on the top right corner, that's from Gradius 4. Obviously, the on the bottom right and top left is the artwork from the original Gradius game. And then the bottom left ship that's heading towards you, that's from Nemesis 2 on the Game Boy. All amazing artwork. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can put this all into one piece. And this was the result. And then once I made a canvas out of it, I was like, oh, this looks great. And then I shared it. And then Big Al was like, hey, you should put lights in that thing. And I was like, I just made this amazing piece. I don't want to put holes in it, but okay, I'll try it.
No. He was bang on with that, man. I mean, I like the ship in the bottom left. I feel like if I was piloting any of these ships, it'll be this one, because I would definitely get the heck out of there, man, if that thing was boggling up trying to eat me, man. I'm going to tell you a funny story about lights. A little bit different to yours, right? And if my uncle's watching, I love you. I love your kids. You're all amazing. However, so I've got this uncle. It's my mum's cousin, so I don't know whether that's a second uncle or mum's cousin or whatever. And we went around his house. Yeah, this is going back about 20 years now, right? So before the ultra modern age we're in now, maybe even, I might have even been like late 90s actually. And I went around his house, and this guy had 2 daughters, and he had a son. The son was the youngest, right? And like, this son was so damn ugly that only his parents could like him. The poor guy had bad vision. He had fat glasses on. He literally looked like the runt of the litter. That's the nicest thing I can say about him, right? It wasn't bad. I like the kid, sweet kid, everything there. But it's the kind of kid you'd look at and you'd think, yeah, that is an ugly kid. And that's just the truth of the matter, right? And the reason that your lights have reminded me of this is he really loved his boy, which most parents do. So he had this kind of a giant painting, a giant canvas of his son made up, right? All done up, right? All done up really nice in like a nice suit on. But this kid was darn ugly. But what he did was, in this canvas, he had lights behind it, but not like smart LEDs or anything. He had, the big long tube lights. We're talking like he had like 25 of those behind this thing, right? Mm-hmm. So like this thing, when you turn it on, it will take like 5 minutes to power on. It'll be like, the lights would all come on. So I went around to visit him, and he had this light on, and it's like you couldn't see anything else. You could just see this ugly kid illuminated in this massive canvas with lights behind it. So I tried politely to get him to turn it off, and I was like, Uncle, electricity prices are high, man. Like, you shouldn't really keep that thing on. And he said to me, don't worry, son. I only turn it on when guests come around. So I was like, okay. And it became like a bit of a meme within the family. It was like, oh man, did you go around the house? Everyone was like, yeah, did you see that? Did he turn it on? Yeah. Did you? He goes, and everyone was like, yeah, he only turns it on when guests come around. So yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. But it kind of reminded me of these lights. Your ones are definitely a lot better. Like, I would rather look at that than his kid. And good ending to the story. When the kid grew up and became like a teenager or whatever, it was like the story of the ugly duckling. He didn't quite turn into a swan, but you don't look at him and think, wow, that is an ugly kid anymore. So there you go, guys, a silver lining there.
Oh, good.
There you go. Good on the guy, man. There you go. So I think maybe, he knew how to take better care of himself when he became a teenager than his parents did when he was, not a teenager. So there you go. Right, what else have we got here? So we've got that, wow, okay. Now, see that one there? I like it, but I wouldn't have that anywhere, man. That would spook the crap out of my missus, man.
In the dark, it looks kind of like because you don't see the. So if the RGB lights are at their full brightness, even if you had daylight, it's kind of tough to see them because the lights are so bright that it almost your eyes naturally kind of darken the background, so you wouldn't see it so much. But if you lower the brightness, it's a lot easier to look at. But in good lighting, you can see everything and it looks great, as you can see right now in this footage. But at night, if you turn that thing on, it doesn't look quite like the skull I was aiming for it to look like, but it kind of reminded me of one of the characters from Dig Dug. That's all I could describe it as. It's like it's you can't see it from because you have so much light. You see the zombie's face, so you're not going to see what I'm talking about. But in the dark, it's it's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll make a post on post online later on my Twitter or my socials.
I'm going to look at some effects to see if there's a lighting one in here. Let's have a look. Shadow, is there a?
If you can darken the face in the background, then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm trying.
I don't know.
No, that's shadow distance. I don't know. I'm trying random effects here. Let's see if it does anything else here. Let's see. I'm kind of curious because I definitely can't see anything Dig Dug here.
I know.
I want to see. I want to see if there's anything here for lightning. Okay, what's this retro effects? Let's see. What does that give us? No, that's not it. All right, we're going to try one more to see. Oh, we've got glow. That's probably the opposite of what we want. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Nah, okay, let's see what glow gives us. Nah, okay. Nah, all right. Sorry, guys. I wanted to kind of show you what Ronnie was thinking, but we can't do that, right? Okay. What have we got next here? By the way, guys, this was ħajato's Journey. Let me give it a reset. It's running on the Mega Drive core. It's made on a Scorpion engine. It's a homebrew game. This is MiSTer ℾ𝒶𝒁 that's made it. His name's probably up there somewhere. And yeah, here you go, MiSTer ℾ𝒶𝒁.
What a talented developer, by the way. What an
amazing guy. Absolutely amazing guy. I remember getting this and thinking, oh man, I got to play this straight away. And I played it and I liked it, but man, it was tough. But it was tough like how it was in the old days, where you need to just stick with it and persevere. But naturally, I didn't persevere.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever played Considon?
You know what? I think I may have played it on a live stream for the Master System with someone saying try the game out, but never like a lot. And that was tough as well from what I remember, but games from that era generally were. But was that was one of your favorite games, I take it?
Oh yeah, that and Black Belt on the Master System. And I like Black Belt more than the game with the Japanese variant it's originally on, which I know is like Hakoto no Ken. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it. But
yeah, Fist of the North Star, yeah. Cool.
But they just made Black Belt better, just because in Black Belt, when you're, and this is crucial, they keep on giving you like power ups and invincibility that flies through the sky, and if you jump high enough and get it, it makes the game it makes it easier. Where Hayato no Ken, not Hayato, I'm sorry, that's this game on the Fist of the North Star game on the Master System, the Japanese game. There's nothing flying above you. That's just a tough game. Oof. I can't.
I like the fact that some games were made easier for the West. You know, we're not as skilled as Japanese gamers. That's a fact. I don't know what it is. Look, playing Street Fighter. You know, when I was younger and we used to play, when the Japanese players came, they generally obliterated the non-Japanese players. That was a fact. There was only a few people in the UK that came close to beating them, or maybe managed to get some wins, especially in Third Strike. I remember like Ryan Hart, another guy called Harmonaz that might have gotten some wins, but man, they obliterated everyone, generally speaking. So I don't know what it is, but the Japanese nation are very, very talented at video games. Right, what we got here? Okay, so have we looked at this one? Oh, wow, okay, was that a close-up of Metroid? Is that without the LEDs? I'm kind of getting used to the LEDs now, you know. I want LEDs everywhere now. Oh, no, did we?
What?
Yeah, no, we didn't look at this one, did we? No, I don't think we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, the LEDs are there. That's really cool as well, man. So is that from Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, or is that Super Metroid? Yep. Which one's? Oh, it's Metroid 2 from the Game Boy, right?
Yep, that's the Game Boy game.
Absolutely banging. Just wow. Absolutely superb, dude. Really, really like it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No, it's amazing, amazing looking at this stuff. Right, what else? Return of Samus. There you go. I never really played that one. I know people speak highly of it, but I kind of missed it back in the day. But it does feel good looking into it, and I felt like this would have been a game I would have enjoyed back in the day. Did you have a lot of experience with the Game Boy, Ranny?
Yeah, I had not this game, but I had a Game Boy, and obviously Tetris was the game I had.
Detroit.
There's a new game for you, Tetroid.
Yeah, I like
Someone
what you
linked
did
to
there.
me of it. Yeah. So Tetris was the game I had, and then followed up by Super Mario Lands, and all the best Game Boy games. This was not one of the games I had, but my friend Matt, he had this game, and he was telling me how much he loved this game. And you know, I was thinking of him when I was looking for artwork, and when I came across this, it was done. It was a one and done. I knew I had to, you know, I saw the resolution of this image, and I had to pull it. And then I just started to look at the original artwork. I changed the background. The mountains and the grounds in that Metroid canvas are from the original game. The sky, I had to look up a really high resolution image online of space, and I just replaced it. I cut everything out and just resized everything accordingly and tried to make it fit a 24 by 36 inch canvas. And then the lights just kind of came on later. And yeah, I'm proud of this one.
Nice, it's good.
I'm pretty happy about this piece.
I generally like a lot of the Samus artwork, especially in the suit. Obviously, outside of the suit, there's some really hot artwork as well. But in the suit, I remember playing like Monster Hunter. For any Monster Hunter fans out there, Monster Hunter 4U, you could unlock the Samus armor. I think it had like the Zero Suit armor as well. But this costume just looked absolutely amazing in it as well, man. For anyone out there, if you've played Monster Hunter 4U, unlock the Samus costume. Even the quest was really good with, I think, the Nacilla spiders. You had to beat them. It was a fun quest. Right, what have we got next here? So we have got, okay, this is cool here. So now this is a zoom of your table, right?
Yeah, this is at Retro World Expo.
That's really, really cool, man. Are you going to be attending any like further expos in the future? Like any plans to do any more, or have you got like a taste for it?
I got a taste for it. I just I hope to do better. I am gonna try again. I hope to get in. We'll see. I don't want to, you know. I would like to do these all over again. It's just a matter of if I can. But I'm gonna aim for it. I'm hoping to make it to Too Many Games. That's the one I'd really like to do. But you know what? Actually, I wasn't accepted last year, and I totally understand why. It's the biggest convention, from my understanding, as far as gaming conventions go in the U.S. Definitely the busiest. But I got my first time I ever actually got to show off any of my artwork was at Brooklyn Games and Arcade. They decided to start doing their own little trade show. It's like for a day on a Sunday, and they gave me my first taste, and I appreciate them big time for that, because if it wasn't for them, I don't think any of this would have happened. But then I had Long Island Retro, and I didn't know what to expect. But I was nervous, really nervous. I didn't know what to think, what to do. I just said, I'm gonna go for it because my wallpapers got me attention. I know what I'm doing as far as like canvases. I build them myself, and you know, I said I got something to offer, and I know if I found this. If I was walking around a convention and I saw this, I would want to buy one of these canvases. But you know, since no one else was making them, I figured I'll do it. And so I know what I was doing with that. You know, and I just decided I know I can bring physical artwork, you know, with my own creations just as well as I could do digital creations, and that's what I've done. Those are NFC cards that the video starts with, and from there came the canvases. I wanted to aim for like high-end artwork, and canvas is what I consider like high-end. You know, you'd buy a canvas for a game that you really, really love, and you want to show it in your room, you know, in your game room or in your arcade or whatever it is you put it in. And I tried to go for high-end artwork that people can hang on their walls. And so I decided to bring that to the table. Anything else I could think of, and I'm always brainstorming to try and figure something out. But right now, this is what I have going. So yeah,
No,
that's
No, it's banging. Was this so? Did you manage to get all of this in your car when you like drove up there? Was there all of this in your car, including like folding tables or whatever? Or did it, because it looks like it is quite a bit of effort actually getting it, setting it all up, and then at the end of the day or at the end of the weekend, like moving everything, taking it back away.
Oh yeah, I made it fit in my car. This whole store, minus the table. The table was provided.
Oh, nice, nice.
But yeah, everything else I fit into the car. You can barely fit. You can only, with everything I take with me, there's usually room for me and the passenger next to me, if I have one, and that's about it. There's like, you can't sit in the back. Everything is packed to the gills.
Wow.
There's nothing. There's no room. But I kind of got a formula down now of how to pack my stuff when I go. So I bring my entire art store with me
Nice.
in that car.
So now I've brought up on screen. So this is you putting a canvas together. And just for anyone out there, Ranny's not that fast, because if he was, he'd be moving around like some kind of crazy vampire on crack. But this is him doing the Castlevania canvas. So talk us a little bit through this, Ranny.
Oh yeah, so this is another art piece that I've always wanted to get high quality image of. In fact, I actually would be perfectly happy with an 11 by 17 inch small poster. But I had already started canvases, so and this image that I found of Castlevania, I was looking at it, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not as crisp as I want it to be, but it's quite crisp. It's quite detailed. And I said, I can make this into a canvas easily. So I decided to try it, and like, I love the artwork of the game as it is, and being able to make a canvas out of it, that was like a dream come true. And then came the Japanese logo. Devil Castle Dracula, I believe, is what it translates to, or something like that.
Japanese logo looks great for that game, man. Really, really good.
Yeah. So right, and I love the logo. And I said, this would look so amazing if I just take that logo and I put it on there, and I just design around it. Now I had some challenges about the whip and how I'd make it work, but actually it was Shane who gave me the recommendation of putting the whip like kind of in front of the logo a little bit and behind it, and I said, my God, you're a genius.
Is that Shane Lynch?
Shane Lynch.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know he likes Castlevania a lot as well. Cool guy, man.
Yeah, so he helped me. That was like the most brilliant suggestion that I had, and that's kind of when I started to realize, I could play with like dynamics of how artwork can blend in with logos, and we all know the logo of the game already, or a lot of the games, and so sometimes what you'll see with a lot of my wallpapers is I'll put the character sometimes blocking a little bit of that logo. Why? Because first off, you could still read the logo, but we already know the logo.
Absolutely.
And I've always felt like, I like box art. I do. That spurred the nostalgia that we have. But I always kind of felt also like some of the artwork was restricted because it would have to fit inside of a certain grid, or not necessarily a grid, but like, for instance, the Konami box art. We know that box art. It's got the gray lines going through it, so that, and the logo, they want to make sure the logo pops out, so sometimes those logos will just cover the artwork a little, and some of that stuff's actually quite amazing, the artwork. And so sometimes it's not as well shown in the box art. So now I'm coming across all this artwork that has no logos, and I was like, wait a second. And anyway, my point that I'm getting at is that I now kind of try to make the artwork be the primary focus, and the logos, while there, I don't want the logos or any restrictions on the artwork. I like to show off as much of that artwork as possible, and then I'll toss the logo of the game in there as a secondary thing. And I think that as a secondary visual, and as in it not being the most primary importance. The artwork is always first for me. And I hope I'm I hope I'm making sense the way I'm saying it. I don't
No,
know.
no, no, absolutely,
But
absolutely. It's like where on a commercial game, the artwork is well, sorry, the logo is quite a big feature. On your canvases, it's not quite the biggest feature, although it's there. But you want the picture to feel more alive. Is at least that's what I'm kind of getting from it, and I think you're achieving that.
yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, that's what I go for. I want the artwork to stand out first, and then, if I could fit a logo in, great. Some of the works I don't even have a logo on it, such as that salamander canvas. It's there, but the logos I have wrapped around the side. There's the wood that I have around the entire canvas is about a 1.5 inch. It's 1.5 inch thick. So with the template that I made, I know exactly where I'm placing those logos. So it's kind of a nice thing that with the canvas, I could put logos and everything else if I wanted to, if the artwork calls for it. I'll put the logo on the side instead and kind of let the artwork stand out. But some of the artwork, such as the Final Fight we're looking at, I put the Final Fight logo in there and I just made it a part of it. But I didn't make it, it wasn't important for me to make the Final Fight logo stand out more than the artwork itself. If that makes sense. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, absolutely. No, no, it's absolutely banging. So let's actually go to the wallpapers again. So we kind of got to here. Let's see. I want to kind of try and get to that golden axe one. So guys, here we go. We've got lots and lots of stuff there. And I like the way when new releases come out, to celebrate the new release, you do wallpapers. And hey, we got a bit of He-Man here as well, man. Yeah, love it.
Some of my earliest pieces.
Oh, I love He-Man. The new game looks dope as well, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
really looking forward to that. Do you know what else is coming out? Marvel's Cosmic Invasion next Monday, December the 1st. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Okay, and I like these simple ones as well. They're very nice. Just the Game Boy cover on there. Okay, that's your My Life in Gaming one. Hey, but I know you've done a PCN one as well. So NAM 1975, banger of a game. Right, okay, so wow, that cover is just wicked, man. I really do like that cover, the Outrun one.
Yeah.
Block on the Super Nintendo. Not familiar with that game. This is actually. So when I first came across your work, this was the first wallpaper that I came across, the 16:9 version though. And this is because around the time I really got my MiSTer and I started getting into it and started doing content, ℾ𝒾𝓈 just released the IRIM M72 core. So I remember you doing this around the time, and I was like, wow. Like that looks really good, and that's how I got introduced to your wallpapers, was seeing someone repost your post about R-Type. So yeah, great wallpaper.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No, awesome. Let's see. So let's see if there's anything. Oh, so actually, we need to get past all the 4x3 ones. Splatterhouse there. Someone mentioned the Friday the 13th one makes them play Friday the 13th. So maybe Splatterhouse a little bit. So will make them play that. That's a really cool one as well. I like that one. That is literally dedication to a developer. SRG 320, like it. Right, okay. Oh, Street Fighter 2 again. Absolutely love it. Right. I haven't actually got these showing up on my analog display. I need to work out what to do. Obviously, I've got the downloads going, but I haven't got those out. I like these ones here. I really can't wait for this game to come out. Hopefully, it'll come out on MiSTer. But I like the Third Strike wallpapers that you've done. Streets of Rage, this is another classic one as well. Absolutely brilliant. But okay, that's really cool. Look, guys, look at this. Look how caring Ranny is, right? So if you like calling it by the wrong name, which is probably the right name to Rani, Genesis, or you've got the Mega Drive version as well. Which name do you prefer, Rani? Mega Drive or Genesis?
I'll be honest with you. Well, growing up, I knew it as Genesis, and I felt like that was the name to call it. I didn't even know that Mega Drive was a name that existed. But the truth is, looking back on it now, and I think some people will agree with me, and some will definitely not, and that's okay. But I feel like Mega Drive should have been the name throughout. And I know there was legal issues about it. It's just, and that's why, we got Genesis. But the way it was advertised here, and, the earliest Genesis commercials advertised the arcade. Like this was something we all dreamed of. All of us who had like an NES or Sega Master System or anything before that, it was always a dream of ours to like bring the arcade home. And they made sure through advertisement they nailed that, and they would show Golden Axe in that commercial, and it would look for me, it looked like just like the arcade. I wouldn't have known better. There was no internet for me to cross-reference and look at. It just, that was the game, and that was bringing the arcade home. And so that's what got me excited about it was bringing the arcade home. And Genesis, yeah, man, perfect name. And for years, Genesis felt correct. But yeah, no, I would prefer it to be called Mega Drive all throughout. But it's in the past. It makes no difference now. It's just kind of annoying that you have to call it both Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive to address everybody. It's annoying. I'd rather just call it Mega Drive.
I think people work it out anyway. I usually say Mega Drive and then I'll make reference to Genesis, but I definitely prefer the name Mega Drive, and that's the name we had over here. I do remember it being called Genesis, looking at American games or looking at imports. Ooh. We've got Retro Show down here saying, I met Ranny and I presume they mean Lou Retro at Retro World Expo. Great guys. So there you go. Retro Show saying hello, giving you some love there, Ronnie.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So this
everybody there was really nice.
Yeah, it looked like it looked like a nice event, man. I remember Lou posting some pictures of everyone at the event. I remember seeing you in that picture as well. So good stuff there. But that logo there, see that's done really well. Where you got Samus with her foot over the R. There's no way I'm gonna think that's Super Metroid, right? I know that's Super Metroid. So I just wanted to show that as an example of some of the stuff you do. And then you've got, I can't remember what the enemy on the right is called, but it's got some kind of spiky belly button nipple things popping out.
I believe the name is Kraid, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, cool. I'm really bad with names, man.
That's okay, me too.
Yeah, I never completed Super Metroid though. I completed the 2 Game Boy Advance ones, man. They're like my favorites above Super Metroid.
You beat more Metroid games than I have.
Okay, cool. I've pretty much done most of the 2D Metroidvania ones apart from Super. Metroid Dread's really good. If you played that on the Switch, really good game, amazing game. Oh wow, look at that wallpaper, man. That is brilliant, dude. Absolutely superb. Like, look at him. He's standing on there. You've got the PC Engine controller there, the Turbo Graphics controller as well.
Yeah. I photographed that with my phone. I had the PC Engine controller right there. I kind of angled it, snapped a photo with my phone, and then just went to work with Photoshop. Found the record. Like, there's I forgot the company that does it, but they make game soundtracks on record, and I saw that artwork with basically that image in the back where on the top left with the skeleton that's reaching out.
Top left, yeah?
I combined all of this artwork and just turned it into one cohesive image.
Absolutely super. All right, there we go. Oh, dude, that looks amazing. I mean, I have to say on the right, that alien there always reminds me like a doner kebab. I don't know if you've got them in the USA, but so it almost reminds me of a doner kebab. But I do like doner kebabs. I'm not sure if I'll eat an alien doner kebab though. But these are like my favorite ones, like the favorite kind of style. I like the one where it's like, it almost looks like the arcade poster, but done in a 16:9 thing, where you've got like the arcade, what was on the arcade machines, like, and you've got like the Japanese language in there. It just looks really cool, man. That's one of your best ones so far.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Let's see if there's okay, Altered Beast. Someone in chat was saying they really like your Altered Beast stuff as well, man. And again, just really looks amazing. And I like the way you've kind of positioned everything. So where you've got the MiSTer menu, you've got it over the 3 guys on the Beast, and it just looks really good the way it comes. You've put that MiSTer OSD in mind, so you still get enough of the wallpaper, but the menu's cutting out like a specific part. So absolutely banging. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I don't know what it is about the... Do you know what? The Japanese logos just look really good. I don't know what it is about the Japanese language, but like Altered Beast, and then just seeing it like that just looks so nice and clean, man. And it gives me nostalgia because I remember going to the import shops, looking at the Japanese text, not having a clue what it meant, and just thinking, holy moly, that just looks so darn cool. What else? Okay. Right, there's some more Altered Beast stuff there. Oh wow, okay, the Master System version. Right, okay, there's a lot. I forget we are looking at somewhat alphabetically. Again, really good. I really want to get to that Golden Axe one. Sorry, what I've done is I've just added the whole folder as like a slideshow, but I don't know how much of it I can adjust. Okay, bare knuckle. At any point, if there's one you want to speak about, just say stop, and we can speak about that one.
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like you're going in alphabetical order. You're going to be you're gonna be a little while.
Oh, but look, that one's banging, man. Bubble bobble. Look at that, absolutely superb. Look at the bottom there. You've got man, it's just so darn good, man. Wow, that's another banger as well, with all the game characters, and I'm just picturing like the MiSTer screen in the middle and what you can see on the side. I remember seeing this one as well. So it's nice, guys. I definitely recommend turning on Ranny Snice wallpapers. And what you can do sometimes, because for the most part I like the games, but sometimes there's a weird game I don't like. It's a good game, but it's for someone else, not for me. So what I end up doing is I end up deleting some from the folders that I don't want and just leaving the folders there for the ones that I like. And then what I'll do is I'll turn off the Ranny Snice wallpapers until I'm ready to do an update again, and then I'll go and adjust them again. But that way you can kind of be in control of everything you want. Or if you don't mind like every single one going on rotation there, it's cool, because it is trick or treat. Every time you reboot your MiSTer, you will get a different wallpaper, and sometimes it really will bring a massive smile to your face. I really like the CPS ones, by the way, as well, like this one here. Absolutely love it. Just great. So this one here, you had to obviously had the. How difficult is it sometimes? Let's say you set your mind to doing a wallpaper and you can't find like a HD image. So what happens? What's your kind of process? Is it just image search on Google and sometimes bang, the first one comes up is the one you want, or is it, is there a process for finding these?
The process is I do a Google search, like you were saying, and I just go into advanced settings, and then I'll like look for something that's like at least 10 megabytes or 20 megabytes or even up to 70. That you're not going to find too much at that level. But I do specific searches. Archive.org. That site is a big one, and but I think the biggest above all is, let me just see. I think I have this. I think it's Arcade Artwork. It's a website that comes up, and they just have like all these really high quality scans. So it's really whatever I come across. If but I'll take art from anywhere as long as I can. If I can't find artwork, then I won't make a wallpaper. I won't do anything until I do. And sometimes. For instance, one of the games that are very expensive now that are really hard to come across, I happened to buy it back in the day, was Golden Axe Warriors. So I said, you know what? I have this game, and I have a really high-quality scanner. So I scanned it at a stupid high resolution, way more than it needs to be. And then I went to work and started cropping the characters out, and I just made a wallpaper for a game which is already hard to find as is. I scanned it and I brought it into the wallpaper script. So I'll find any which way I can find high quality artwork. I'll take it. But like I said, it does have to be a minimum resolution for me. It needs to look at least a certain degree. It needs to look good to a certain degree. If I'm designing for a CRT, the 4x3 screens, I don't need as high of a resolution because no one's going to see it really when they're looking at their regular screens on their CRTs. It's only really when it comes to HD TVs where you're going to see those details. So I usually just stick with the 16:9 wallpapers that I make, and and I'll work them sometimes into a 4x3. But I have a whole big back catalog of 4x3s I gotta recreate. So in the meanwhile, as I'm designing for 16:9s and creating new artwork, eventually I will go back looking at it and I'll redesign it to a 4x3. And if people request it, that gets me going. I'm like, oh yeah, let me do one. And that's it.
Okay, so we got Takumi Hertz there saying which one are you most proud of, and you kind of mentioned that earlier, the Golden Axe one. I'm waiting to get to Golden Axe, which we're almost going to get there, but I had to stop on this final fight one, because I love the game. I like this kind of artwork, which I imagine is from like the arcade flyers or arcade machines, but in particular, I love that yellow box and everything there in the middle, which is literally, it will be in the perfect place where you will have the MiSTer menu. I know I'm going on about where the menu is, but sometimes I can't help but just love how everything's placed to just kind of have that menu in mind. So yeah, that one's superb. But I really want to get to. Oh, sorry, go on, Ronnie.
Yeah, I was going to say, so regarding what you're talking about with the square, yeah, with that like cut out for the menu, my first wallpapers are designed like that. And then somebody went to me, he's like, dude, could you make it like without the squares, without that menu? And I said, yeah, sure. It'd be easier for me to just make it full artwork. And the reason why it turned out is because if you display the MiSTer menu in a different resolution than the one I was intending, which at that time was 1080p, it doesn't line up. So I understood where he was coming from with that.
Ah, okay,
and
okay.
Going forward, I just got rid of that center menu, and I design a lot of the wallpapers. I will design it with that in mind, where their menu is going to be, but also at the same time, I also know that, after 10 or 15 seconds, that menu is going to go away, and so, if some of the artwork that I do, I just kind of fill up the screen where I can, but I try to cater it to the MiSTer menu.
Ah, okay, not understood. I mean, it disappears after 10 or 15 seconds. I don't think I've ever waited that long before loading a game. So that's interesting. I've learned something new today.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, I don't really count it, but you're right.
Yeah, that's completely rubbish, man. I've left my MiSTer on for hours when I'm doing videos. I've seen that. I just like talking nonsense sometimes. Right, okay, so that's the Friday the 13th one, where someone said whenever they see this wallpaper, they want to play the game. And dude, that's gruesome. That looks like an image out of the movie you've taken there, right? Like he's just about to murder someone there, and then you've got the pixel art, like that literally looks like a joke of Jason because of how scary he is on the right and what he is on the left.
Yeah, that's the official artwork. That's actually on the cover of the NES game.
Okay.
That Jason on the right. And so that CRT look, actually, I was at my friend's house, and I was lazy about it. We had the scan lines turned on, and I just took my phone and snapped it right from the screen. If you look at that knife, you could actually see the input lag, because you could see you kind of see where it's... how the heck do I describe this? You can kind of see the ghosting on it. That's the best way I could describe it.
Ah, okay. There you go. Anyone with sharp eyes, look for the ghosting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're moving on to the next one. Okay, it's that one there again. Oh, that one's really cool. I don't know. I really do like this one as well, man. Almost looks like he's sitting on the blade over there. Jason, you're gonna cut your bam bam. Right, that's the game. And watch one, nice, wicked. When you press all the buttons and everything turned up there, go bots. We're nearly at Golden Axe. This is the one you're proud of, right? Wow, that's
the one.
That is banging. I think was it Retro Show saying the Golden Axe one was incredible? It was Retro Show saying it. It really is incredible, dude. Wow. So tell us about this. So on the left you've got, which I think was that the USA cover, and on the right is that the Japanese artwork. Like, what exactly is this? And tell us a little bit about this one, because this is one of your favorite ones, if not your favorite or the one you're most proud of. So take it away, Ronnie.
Right. So the characters on the right side, that all came from this magazine that I found, again, on archive.org, of all this Japanese Mega Drive artwork. Somebody scanned it in really high quality resolution, and I looked at it, and I love Golden Axe. The artwork on the left came from that same magazine, but it's not from the US game. I don't believe it is. I don't know where it's from, to be honest. I'm probably from the Mega Drive, being the Japanese version. But I kind of combined the two pieces together. All this artwork was spread in a few pages of that magazine, so I just took my time. I cut everybody out. I played with placement of where to put them, and then I just decided keep the bad guys on the right, good guys on the left, and that was the easiest way to go about it. And that skull in the background was just an image search that I found of a skull. And I just changed the color to make it blue, because I know that people who know the game, they're going to look at that. They're going to know right away what they're looking at when they see that. So that was really it. So the skull on the left isn't officially from the game at all. It was just a high quality image search. Everything else that you're seeing did come from the game. Maybe the dirt on the ground isn't original either.
Okay. So in Golden Axe, what's your favorite character and what's your favorite mount?
So that would be the dwarf. because he's
Okay.
got good reach. And as far as the character that's a mount, might be the dragon that shoots fireballs, if not the one that shoots, a huge flame from its mouth. That's what you meant by mount, yes?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's cool. So like over here in the UK, it was really weird. In the arcade, everyone always picked Tyrus, the female character, and it was only because she had the coolest looking magic. So you wanted to save that up and bank it.
Oh.
It's only years later that I found out the dwarf is actually the best character. He's the best in combat, and Tyrus may have actually been the worst one. But he generally got through most of the game by a double tap running, doing that kick, or doing that like jump and then moving it down and attack. So you do that kind of stab down there. But I find that difficult to aim now. I was better at it when I was younger. And I agree with you. The best mount in the game is the Hadouken dragon, the red dragon with the projectile fireball. It just felt right where you can stand one end of the screen and fire on the other.
Right.
Oh, I was told, okay, so Vampire says, I was told the female character bounced back fastest. Well, I'm pretty sure certain parts of her will definitely bounce back faster. Maybe that's the reason we picked it as well. You know, we were guys and she was a girl. Right, okay, let's have a look at some more wallpapers. Okay, hopefully we'll get a core of this one day. I do like some of your anticipation pieces as well, where it's not quite out, but hey, we can dream that one day this can come. Now, people really regard this game like highly. They really, really like it. Like I don't mind this game, but I have to say, compared to Golden Axe, I got bored when I was playing this. It felt like the game lasted too long. I'm not sure if you've ever completed it. Have you played Revenge of the Death Adder?
Yeah, I played it to the end.
Okay.
It's been a very long time, but I emulated it, and I enjoyed it. I felt like it was a good sequel. Some of the characters I wasn't too crazy about, like that. If I'm remembering the game right, the giant that had the kid on his shoulders, like it's cool, but that's just a personal thing, though. But overall, I thought it was a good sequel. Very visually impressive.
Oh no!
For sure.
Visually, it looked absolutely amazing, man, and it had like different mounts in there. You were riding like bugs and stuff, man, like a giant grasshopper or something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Some of that stuff, it was definitely a build on creativity, but I don't know, something about the original game, like the characters you mount and just the overall look, was more grounded. Where here they just kind of had a little bit more fun creatively, which nothing wrong with either or. But the original one, I think, is the better game.
Absolutely. The original Golden Axe, I still remember. I remember from school, and like when you were younger. Now, if someone tells me I've got an hour on my like at work for say lunch, and I'm not gonna run to the arcade, play some games, and come back and make it within an hour. But when you're in school and you got that hour lasts bloody ages, man. I remember going to a chip shop, seeing Golden Axe there, and like straight away it became my favorite game. It was like, wow, this game's amazing. Just the whole beginning where the villagers are running out, their kind of screams, the soundtrack. Absolutely amazing game, man. And I don't think anything for me, no matter what comes out, will ever beat Golden Axe. I was really hoping they did a new Golden Axe in the style of Streets of Rage 4. But hey, one can kind of wish, right? Because I really do like Streets of Rage 4, and I think like Golden Axe to get that treatment would be freaking amazing.
That's a good idea. Golden Axe, hell yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the mount on the left. It looks like he's riding a giant pigeon, but it's that thing that looks like a weird dolphin out of a nightmare, right? Like part of its anatomy is missing. It's a head and a tail, but yeah, over there that just looks really, really weird, right?
Yeah, he was also in, if I'm not mistaken, that same monster was. Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. So. Right, okay. Oh, Golden Axe 2, I had that for the Mega Drive, but it wasn't bad. I need to go and revisit it, man. I still like, Golden Axe 1. It's just the nostalgia, everything that's kind of attached with it is freaking amazing, man. But dude, you've done your amazing work with your wallpapers, man. So these ones are really, really good. So you've really caught the aesthetic of the Master System cases, and I really like the Master System cases. I know some people say they weren't glamorous enough, but I like that simplicity, the grid that they had, and with like a basic feature. I felt they had a really good theme, and they generally stuck to it very, very well.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very cohesive. You knew you were looking at a Master System game. It stood out against Nintendo games. Some of the artwork, like Black Belt, it's pretty crappy artwork. But
we got
but
we actually got black belt running here in the background.
amazing game. If you never played that, play it. It's tough, but it's good. As far as that grid, it's very iconic. So I want to, like I said, when I do wallpapers, if I can make it people feel like they have something physical without having something physical, that's kind of the look I go for. And that's certainly the case with these Master System covers that I'm doing, wallpapers, I mean.
No, absolutely, absolutely banging. So these two games, right? If I'm not okay, so they were on one cartridge. I think there was a Master System with Hang On built in, but I'm wondering if it had Safari Hunt built in as well. Definitely had Hang On built in. Oh, it did. All right, cool.
I had it.
Oh, did you have that one? Yeah, no. Did you have that one? You had Hang On and Safari Hunt.
Yeah, here's the thing. That was kind of stupid, but yes, the console came with a copy of Hang On and Safari Hunt. And that's great. And I always pop the cartridge in to play it. And then one day, my brother turned on the Master System without the cartridge in it, and the same two games just popped up. I was like, then why? I thought it was great. It was cool. But like, I wonder, like, what was the thought process behind that? Why include a physical copy of the same game that's built into the system?
That's nuts. So was it a blank cartridge just to give you a feeling that you're plugging it on, or was it the actual games on the cartridge?
No, back then it was a real cartridge.
So you know what my mentality would have been? I would have sold that and traded that in towards another game, man. Straight away, I wouldn't have kept it.
I was a little kid. I never would have thought of such a thing. But you're right.
Yeah. I would have thought, what? The games are built in now. I am selling that game. And if I was a little kid, I would have begged my parents. I would have said, no, take me to the shop. I need to trade this and get another game and whatever. Wow, that was amazing. So the one that I had Alex Kidd in Miracle World built in. And you could hold down a button combination. I can't remember how to do it now, but you used to get this maze game with a snail.
It was pretty. Snail maze.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was a maze game with a timer. It was nothing special, but it was a free game to try out. Right, okay. Dude, this is one of my favorite ones. I love this one so much. It looks quality, man. Absolutely. I remember when you released this, I was like, you know what? This is so cheesy, yet it is so brilliant. Like, absolutely love it. And I love it. And you know this skeleton here in the top right that's popping down there? Did you add him there, or was that actually like part of photo? Because that's like his photo bombing this amazing wallpaper.
Yeah, no, I purposely put him in there. I was searching like I think Spirit Halloween cheap skeletons. Purposely, because I mean, just look at the image. I do believe I came across a really high resolution of the original backgrounds, and I'm thinking one day I'm gonna change that background to the real artwork that's supposed to be there. But I'm gonna keep the skeletons there. But don't quote me on that yet. I have to first come across that artwork. I know I saw it somewhere, really high resolution. So I would like to change that one up and make it more appropriate.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Oh, again, more He-Man over here, man. Oh, image fire. Right. What else? Okay, that's a good looking one as well, man. Karate Champ. For a bit of trivia here, if you watch the movie Bloodsport, Van Damme is playing that big angry guy at that as well. Right. What else? We got Karnov. Yeah. Here you go. A bit more trivia. The first boss in Bad Dudes Dragon Ninja is Karnov. I preferred Bad Dudes Dragon Ninja to Karnov. Okay. What's this one here? Okay, Keith Courage. Oh, I need to try this game. I don't know if I've tried this or not. Looks interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's. I heard it's one of the best games on that system. I'm
wow.
joking, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, this was the packing game with the TurboGraphics, and it was just a poor choice, unfortunately.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to check it next stream.
I like it.
Okay, cool. Well, we can all like bad games. I mean, I like Rastan too. Everyone cusses me for it. They cussed me back in the day when I played it in the arcade, and they still insult me now. But you know what? Yeah, I don't care. I like Rastan too.
Me too. And here's the thing. Those graphics of Rastan 2, when you saw that, it was mind-blowing. Yeah, maybe it's not the best. I mean, the original Rastan's an incredible game. And yeah, for a sequel, it's not quite as good. But there is a visual aesthetic to it that I think to this day is very impressive.
You get me. You get me completely, because I only ever played it with one credit and I never continued. So when I would beat the first level boss and I would get to that horrible second level, I never got further than it to realize how bad the game was. But you know, for one credit, as far as I could get, loved it. And it was exactly that. It was like Rastan 1, amazing. Rastan 2, it felt like Rastan and his mixed race buddy took steroids and they're in the next game. Love the game. Absolutely love the game. I have a lot of nostalgia for that. But I did get cussed back in the day for playing it. They're like, why are you playing this game? I was like, I like this game. And I used to play it. And I was one of the only people that played it in the arcade at that time. Like everyone in my group was playing like different games. They just didn't love the game. Loved it. Oh, let's have a look. Okay, what else we got here? Right, Landstalker. I need to play that game. That's like a Mega Drive RPG.
Me too. I never played it.
Yeah. See, again, look, I love your Capcom ones, man. I'm a big fan of like CPS 1, CPS 2, and CPS 3, and like you've just nailed it, man. I'll quickly go through because look at that one. That image is very, very iconic with Magician Lord, and that wallpaper's amazing.
Yeah, that wallpaper, the Magician Lord, was. I always wanted to have that one, and I have a friend, my best friend Matt. He wanted that artwork too, and when I finally came across that, I said, "Hold up." I cut that background. I zoomed it in. That one took quite a bit of work to make it believable.
Wow.
But, there was quite a bit of work for me to fit everything in, but man, the payoff is worth it.
Amazing. Oh, by the way, guys, Ranny also did my thumbnail that you're seeing in the top right. But you're probably wondering, wow, like Pixel's got some really good quality thumbnails now. It wasn't me that did it, and that's why it looks so darn good, man. So thanks for that, Ronnie. That actually saved me quite a bit of time.
No problem.
This one here, again, more Capcom stuff. Absolutely love it. I do want to. I'm on 144 out of 261. So let's try and get this done before we kind of
wait.
Go on.
How many?
146 out of 261. But don't forget, it's got the 4x3 ones in there as well.
I didn't know I even had that many. I didn't know I was above the 200s.
Well, I just before the stream started, I went onto your GitHub and I went onto wallpapers and I was like, yeah, just download all of it. And then I just kept the wallpapers folder and deleted everything else. So, you've got that many, but I think it's a combo of the 4x3 and those. So we will get some repeats. So again, look, I just love. Look how amazing that is. You've got all the moves down there. It feels like you're launching like an arcade game when you're launching that. So when those ones turn up, they look amazing. And that's why sometimes what I do is I move all of them to another folder on my SD card, and I only keep one in there that I want to look at again and again. I looked at a Street Fighter one for ages. Then I looked at the personal one you made me for a long time, until like at one point I was like, this yellow is like getting to me now after like rinsing it out for 3 months. And then I kind of moved that out of rotation. It will come back in, but I moved that out. It was amazing.
Well, here's the thing. I keep multi-layered files, so now that I know that the yellow
it was good. It was just when I was doing a lights downstream one day, it illuminated my whole room, and I was like, all right, I need to get rid of this when doing it light. But I appreciate you, dude. I love it. So it's not I absolutely love it, especially the fact that you added Skid Row to it, baby. And this is the never-ending story, right? An absolute childhood classic. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Mando5, how you doing there? Thanks for dropping by. Oh, Ninja Baseball Batman. See, that's really cool. That's the kind of yellow that my one's got, which is absolutely fine. But when I put it as my permanent fixture, I had to move it after like a month or two. But again, just looks superb. And here's the funny thing. My two favorite colors are actually yellow and blue. So there you go. I'm undecided between them. That again is a superb one. These are the ones, I think, out of all your wallpapers, my favorite ones are like these style ones here with like little illustrations taken from like the arcade cabinet of how to do the moves and everything. Just absolutely great. Sometimes even serve as a great reminder. I mean, everyone forgets how to do a Hadouken, right?
Yeah, good to know. See, now that I know that, I'm going to look for a little bit more of that.
Oh man, it's amazing. Love it on the arcade stuff, man. But go with your own style. If you have something and you think that's how you want to do it, literally love your style. Like the Capcom ones are my favorite because I like the Capcom artwork associated in particular with the fighting games. See, this one's really cool here because you've made a collage of a screenshot and like an arcade banner up there. Then you've got different parts on there. It just looks absolutely amazing. And you need to have that creativity to kind of have that, okay, this is what I envision and this is what I need to do. And it just looks absolutely amazing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Pac-Land, okay, wicked.
This one took me a little bit of time. But I had to carefully cut out on the left side all that small imagery in the background. I had to cut, resize, move things around. But I mean, it paid off. Totally
Nice.
worth
No,
it.
no, looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. We've got an interesting question here from Takumi. So, is it possible for Ranny to make a wallpaper with motion like the LEDs? Because the MiSTer has the static by default and that has motion. I don't think we can do a motion wallpaper, but anything you want to say on that, Ranny?
Unfortunately, I don't think that's ever going to be possible with something like the MiSTer. But should anything in the future come out and it can be made dynamic, and if it's not difficult to do, or if it's simplistic enough, I would love to do that. I've thought of doing dynamic wallpapers, but A, I don't know how to even begin with that. Number two, I mean, the MiSTer's not doing that either. So for the time being, static images is what it'll be until one day I decide to learn to actually do dynamic wallpapers.
Dude, what the heck am I looking at here?
So that's the Pac-Man artwork for the Atari 2600. Some of the best artwork for video games
Wow.
is from that era. Atari was just loaded with brilliant. This
I
is the
love
earliest
it.
video
I
game
love
artwork.
it.
Yeah, me too. That's Atari 2600. The artwork from that's probably my favorite of all artwork. I mean, I love everything I do, but like when that you had to be sold on those Atari games based on the artwork, because
Wow.
there's no way in heck anybody's going to want to play the games the way they look. Graphically, they just whatever image you see, like the high quality artwork you see on an Atari 2600, you foresee that when you start playing that game. Like, yeah, you're looking at some basic graphics, but you see the artwork and you know that that's your character. And you know what? The artwork was the driver for games back in the day. And,
Well, absolutely, absolutely. I remember. So do you remember in like, was it late 80s, mid 80s even? Right. I remember, right, the artwork. I remember one in particular for Commando, and even at a young age, I thought it was really really cool. But I really thought the guy was a twat because there was like it might have been the game Commando, right? And they used to show that these guys are so macho, they are so hard, these are the ultimate men, right? But some of the stuff they showed was stupid. So what he's doing, he's smoking a cigarette and he's got his foot on on a crate and it says like TNT in it, and he's surrounded by dynamite. And you're thinking, son, you can be as hard as you want, but if that blows, you are blowing. But that's the kind of stuff you had there. It was amazing, loved it. But you didn't think. I'm going to tell you a really funny thing here I read in Edge magazine, and sometimes I pass it off as my own. And I can't remember if this was something to do with GTA, or at least there was some controversy surrounding a modern game, and people saying that the games are violent, people are playing these and they're killing people and they're committing crimes. So one of the things that they mentioned was, people played, like, let's say GTA as an example, and they went out and robbed people and they beat someone up with a baseball bat. And the guy then quoted, and I absolutely loved his quote in there. He said, well, I grew up playing Pac-Man, but he goes, you'll never find me in a dark room popping magical pills, having visions of ghosts and listening to strange electronic music. And I was absolutely laughing because I think at that point in my life that is exactly what I was doing.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I think anybody who goes out to commit these crimes I don't care what they say, has nothing to do with these games.
No,
this
absolutely
person's
not.
probably prone to doing that ahead of time. It's just the video game is the excuse.
Absolutely, absolutely. Some people are just a little bit unstable and it gets blamed on that because they played it. However, I do have to say that when I was younger, my brother younger than me is 5 years younger, the other one's around 8 years younger than me. And when my little cousin used to come around, he was free and they used to let him play Grand Theft Auto when he came around. And one day I get a call from my aunt, or my mum gets a call from my aunt saying, look, whatever game he's playing, can you stop letting him play it? And it turned out that when he was in the car with his mum and there was a moped next to him, he'd tell his mum to run it over. So she couldn't find out why. He'd be like, run it over.
Scratch what I said. Never mind.
No, but he was a kid. Keep it away from like really young kids, right? But we're talking like grown-ups and some at least you're a teenager or something, right? Where you know the difference between right and wrong.
Of course.
Okay, Paprium.
Okay. I didn't
There you
know.
go.
I didn't know that was going to be so difficult, but who knows? We may still someday. I mean, I'm not holding my breath on that, But maybe one day we'll see it on the MiSTer.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Let's see if I mean, to be honest, I've had my fun with it. It's not a bad game. I enjoyed it the first time I played it. I was like, wow, this is really good. The second time I played it, I thought this is all right. The third time I played it, I thought, meh. You know, there's better brawlers out there. In fact, there's a really good game that I played recently, guys. It's called Ghost Vanguard. I played the demo of it. Absolutely love it. It really nails that beat 'em up with the roguelike thing, and it feels like Dragon's Crown mixed with Devil May Cry. I played the demo. I absolutely loved it. So looking forward to that. Okay, I think was it Retro Show or someone mentioned in chat that the Phantasy Star 2 one is incredible, and I have to say it is. Now, I'm not familiar with Phantasy Star 2. The face, the eyeball in the background on the right of that lady's shoulder looks like something out of Alien Storm. But what the heck is that little pet they got down there, man?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think half of these creatures were actually represented in the game. This was just somebody, having a good time. Even the characters themselves, I have a feeling whoever did this artwork, by the way, amazing artist, whoever did this. But I think he was just kind of told what to do and what the characters more or less look like, and that's sometimes how it goes. So that's what we have here. But I mean, that artwork was brilliant, and this is one of the games I had on the Sega Genesis, and I beat it. And
oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. This was a solid game.
Cool.
And I think one of the few games I actually made a video on before my computer started crashing every single time I tried to do video capture. So I had to stop that.
Okay. Well, hopefully you can get back to some videos. It'd be interesting. I did like your Twitch streams. I didn't watch all of them, but I did drop by them from time to time, and I was like, okay, Ranny's doing a stream, though. Definitely fun. Which will be an interesting thing to do while you're actually working, What else we got here? Okay, this one's really cool as well. What game is that, dude?
Phantasy Star 3.
Oh, Phantasy Star 3. Okay, yeah, I should have worked it out. PS3. It's just the way it was kind of thing.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
A shout out to Zofa from Zofa's Domain as well, guys. Check out his channel. He does playthrough of a lot of these games. I think he's a big Phantasy Star fan, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Right, okay. Here's some more.
I wish I could see everyone. It's like you told me. You said that because I'm looking at this on my computer screen. So unfortunately, I can't even really see the names of who's in here. But
the association. Pardon?
You said, I'm sorry, I thought you said Zofar.
No, he's not. Sorry, he's not watching. I was giving him a shout because I'm pretty sure he mentioned the Phantasy Star games. I had the interview with him like a month or so back. Really cool guy, man. What really nice guy. Got a lot of time for him. Hopefully, we might be playing that Marvel's Cosmic Invasion soon. Here you go. Look, he says it. Yeah, Zofa loves his Zuna and Hideline. Yeah, he absolutely loves Hideline. So this Pitfall, this was an amazing game. I love this on the Atari. Was it 2600 or 2600? What a game. I've tried playing like newer versions of it, and honestly, none of them live up to it. This is where you had simple graphics, but man, the physics and the playability was banging. And when I was a kid, I never had like a Atari 2600, but I used to play it around like older cousin's house, and I was intrigued by it. I love Spider-Man, that was rubbish, but Pitfall, damn man, those crocodiles felt real, man.
Yeah, I had that game too. I had Pitfall and I had Spider-Man. I liked it, but I like bad games, so I had that one and another. I didn't do this one yet, but hopefully, if I come across the artwork for Stampede, if it actually had artwork, I'm starting to remember that I think it was just a screenshot. But that's another really good Atari 2600 game. Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, here we go, guys. So this is the wallpaper Ranny done me. And wicked. So he really awesome. He asked me what games I like, then my favorite bands, Skid Row, like a VHS there, so a He-Man toy, literally all the stuff that I like. And that's the stick I got done from Pixel Memories, man. Absolutely amazing. So we worked together on this. I sent him really crappy illustrations of what I wanted, and I wanted Blanca going into the cannonball roll, a Sanwa stick, Sanwa buttons. Then we've got the grid from Alpha 3 or even Capcom versus SNK 2. Absolutely amazing guy, amazing work, and yeah, man, just an amazing wallpaper from Ranny here. Absolutely honored to have this, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah. I appreciate you. You're everything.
And here we've got Pixel Memories one there. Look at that. Comes up straight after. Absolutely amazing. So we've got, this is what I like about Pixel Memories. It's his custom themed arcade sticks that he makes. So if you're a Gradius fan, no problem. You've got one there with the 3 buttons. So you've got your fire, you've got your missile, and you've got your select your power up button. By the way, I'm cheap. I like to map the fire and the missile to one button. It's really, really exhausting spamming 2 buttons non-stop. Mind you, you can hold down the missile button and spam your fire if that helps. Right, amazing. Okay, Cuba, again, more pixel. No, that's good. We get to see some Pixel Memory stuff here, man. And guys, if you want a stick from Pixel Memories, reach out to the guy. He's freaking awesome, man. He's got a whole bunch of ready-made sticks, but you can also, if you speak to the guy and you have like an idea, this is a guy that can make your idea come to life.
Yeah, and I also, I'm sorry.
No, go for it, man. I was literally gonna not say anything.
I was going to say that I actually put QR codes in there specifically. So if you don't know where to search for it, scan the QR code. It'll lead right to like that stick that you're seeing advertised. But he's got plenty of stuff now. He's gone beyond.
Yeah, amazing guy. Amazing work that he does. I love this version of R-Type. I love this game. Had this on my Game Boy back in the day. Amazing stuff. Rampage, yeah, interesting game. Never fully understood it. Oh, I love this wallpaper, man. The Rastan one. Absolutely love the lizard men as well, man. I didn't realize the bats had little faces on them. You don't see it in game, but I guess they do. Okay. Ooh, Raystorm. Okay, we have that all on the PlayStation there. Red Earth, hopefully one day CPS free. But again, amazing wallpaper. Resident Evil, absolutely classic. Oh, one of the best arcade games of all time, man. Love it. Very difficult. He's very clunky. Do you know people can once you see that? Oh man, it is proper rate how skillful they are. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm covering up his gun, the Ed 209, with that logo. I'm gonna have to change that.
Oh, okay. You're gonna that's an example of what you're speaking about, where the logo should be in the background, like the gun should be on top. Yeah, well spotted. There you go, man. I'm glad this stream has been constructive.
Thank you.
Wicked. Is that your phone ringing? Hold on.
That sounds like a Final Fight.
It is Final Fight. Well done. Yeah, I stuck that on there. This one looks really good as well. Man, just absolutely amazing. Rygar, that's where you had the window part in there. I like the window because I generally, when I'm streaming, when I'm doing stuff, I'm on a 16:9 screen and it scales perfectly. So I still appreciate that, but I do understand your reason for removing it. Not everyone's going to be on that screen and it's going to look a little bit out of place. Or when the MiSTer menu disappears after like 10 or 15 seconds, you're not going to have it. Again, one of my favorite games, but this is the Mega Drive version. I prefer the arcade one. This is my game, man. Love it. And again, love that you've put the arcade stuff on there. It gives me, see, one of the things is if I've played the game in the arcade and I played it on a proper arcade machine where it had all the artwork, it gives me another kick of nostalgia before I launch the game. I just see it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's that. I remember seeing that. And, you know, the way it illustrates the way you jump from level, you know, up, down and jump to go between the platform just looks absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
No, awesome. Oh, we're at 205. We're at 206 now. Shinobi, again, one of the greatest arcade games of all time. Great wallpaper. Absolutely love it. Okay, so, Sinden Light Gun. Oh, cool. Have you got a Sinden Light Gun? Have you used one?
I have 3 of them. I have two light guns and a shotgun.
Nice. So they were kind enough to send me one, man, and I've got it, and I want to do more videos on there. I'm just hoping some more MiSTer calls come out that support it. But I have to say though, Sinden Light Gun's amazing, but I prefer using it on a PC as opposed to the MiSTer. I like using it on a MiSTer, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we've got a lot more options, especially with some of those, you know, those ready-made images that you get with everything on there, man. It's amazing. Absolute great time. And once it's set up, it is so freaking accurate, man. Love it.
So my best friend Matt, he's the one who's been saying, dude, you're missing out. All these games on the PC. And I went there and we played a little bit. And man, it's fun playing with that Sinden Light Gun, especially with the recoil if you have the one.
No,
it feels incredible.
The recoil is strong on that considering it's only being powered by USB.
Yeah, it is. It's very impressive. I was dreaming of having a light gun that had recoil, and it just didn't exist back in the day when I wanted it. And yeah, now we get to have these wonderful toys.
Absolutely amazing. No, like that, and yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping we get a few light gun calls. I love this one, man. This one's so goofy. And what the heck is Guy Hole's chin doing?
Yeah, that was weird. if you look at the top of Ken's head, you can see where it kind of goes flat. So it's weird. Yeah, and you know what? I didn't add Chun-Li to this. I realized I still didn't add her, so that's another thing I have to fix.
Okay. Well, Ken, if you look at Ken's facial expression there, he kind of looks like annoyed that Guile is essentially chilling him. But I'll tell you what, sometimes, like, unfortunately, with my current job, man, I am prime time rush hour. So when I finish work, sometimes I'm Guile and there's a shorter guy or a lady, and that is literally their head, and maybe that is what they look like because I can't help it, the train is jammed. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'd rather be sitting down watching a TV show, but hey. And again, love this one as well, just like the arcade machine, all the moves, jump, how to play, the 6 buttons. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Look, some special moves down there, banging, absolutely banging. Oh, this one's pretty cool. So this is a picture of the arcade. What arcade is this, by the way? Is this
so this is actually from Long Island Retro. I'm Borderline. That's the guy's.
Yes.
He owns an arcade.
He does. Candy Club Crew. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I speak to the guy sometimes over on X. He does pop onto the channel as well sometimes. Yeah, no, very nice guy. He posted a picture recently of his bedroom before he made the arcade, and all the machines were in his bedroom, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, awesome, absolutely awesome. What a way to live. Here we go. That's the Street Fighter 2 cover. See, that brings me a lot of nostalgia seeing that image, because I can't remember. I think we had this on the UK cover as well, the PAL cover, but it was good times, man. It was having like the ultimate arcade game in your house. Like
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on.
This, to this day, you had to be alive for it, so you would know. And in my opinion, and I think the opinion of many, if you were around, this, in my opinion, is the greatest video game release on a console ever in the history up to this day. There was nothing like getting Street Fighter 2 for the first time on the Super Nintendo. I didn't even have a Super Nintendo. I had a Sega Genesis, so I was angry. But they fixed that eventually by releasing Champion Edition. So I was like, oh, okay, now we're good. But in my opinion, Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo, that was the greatest game release ever to this day.
I could not agree more. Like that there was when someone had the Super Nintendo, you became their friend. Like people would go around your house, you would play. I've still memorized the code, man. Down our uphill YB for the PAL and the USA version, and you added XNA for the Japanese version, which is the first version we played because my buddy Chris managed to get it on import on his Super Famicom. Absolutely amazing. Like what a game. And it was I try and explain to people like my brother, my younger brothers, Pokemon was their big game. That's the only thing I can compare it to, where they were so addicted to it. They made friends, they done these battles, but it was different because we went into the arcade, you knew how to strung a fireball, you played it, and then you had the arcade experience in your house. Fair enough, it wasn't the same, it missed some animations, but it was Street Fighter 2. And guess what? When I was a kid, I preferred the versions on the Super Nintendo, but it turned out the CPS-1 chains are doable on the Mega Drive and not doable on the Super Nintendo. So the actual Mega Drive version is actually the better version now that I'm older and I look at it. When I play it now, I can also tell that the Mega Drive version is the better version. So you might have waited longer, but you did end up with a better version of the game. What we got here? Right, okay. I love the CPS-free stuff. Hopefully soon. Right, okay. Ooh, wow. Ronnie, you know what? We've been getting for 2 hours, you know?
What?
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's nearly done. Right, let's quickly breeze through these. I just got to keep clicking and
I'm having a great time. I can keep going.
Oh, no.
I don't want everybody to fall. I get it.
No, that's good. It's all good. I told my wife till Ⅎ𝒾𝓈. I don't like annoying her. Usually she's cool with it. She might actually be watching a movie, but we're on 252. Oh wow, that one's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I imagine we can play that on the PlayStation at the moment. Hopefully one day we'll get arcade calls again. Absolutely love your Capcom ones. I think the Capcom ones are definitely my favourite ones out of all the ones you've done. A, because I'm a Capcom fan, and B, because they look cool as well. WWF Superstars, I love this game. This to me is my favourite wrestling game of all time, because I played it a lot. This is one of my favourite ones as well. I think there's another one coming up. No, was it this one? Oh, I like that you've done Xeno Crisis as well, which is one of... oh, sorry, I pressed stop there by accident. Let me see if I can bring that back up. Let's see, is it back up? Is it? Oh, okay. I don't know what I've done there, Ronnie. Sorry, buddy. Oh, here
No,
we
it's
go.
okay.
Oh no, we've got it. We've got it. Oh, we've got some
There
Anime
we go.
Otaku ones
Anime
here.
Otaku.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he's at the very beginning of yours. So we'll go to the end
Yeah,
right after.
he's great.
He
He's
is.
great.
He's
I
a
love his wallpapers.
he's a very very close friend of mine. He's currently in Japan on holiday. He should be back on Thursday, and then we'll start doing more stuff with Metal Game Solid. But let's go back to the one, because you're going to say something about. Oh man, oh it does. Let me go backwards. You're going to say, was it about Xeno Crisis? You're going to say something?
Yeah, I was just saying I came across this high quality image of Xeno Crisis without the logos. I was like, wait a second, this game just came out. So I was like, you know what? I didn't even have to do too much to this artwork. I didn't have to do too much to it at all. So I just found the logo, high quality. Everything just kind of worked out. This wallpaper may have taken me about 5 minutes, maybe.
Wow. Well, to be honest, with any bitmap bureau stuff, if you go on their website, usually you've got a press package bundle, and in that they've got all the high quality images. So if I want to do a thumbnail or something, it's a lot easier. I just go on there, get what I want, and then make something out of there. And you will get that with a lot of the modern games. A lot of them have like on their website, they'll have like a press kit package, and it will have high quality images in there. So it definitely saves you a lot of work.
Good to know, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for telling me.
So when you do a search, especially when something's new and it's retro, like for example Neon Inferno, great game by the way. If anyone hasn't played it, play it. It's banging. There's also a giveaway of Neon Inferno happening, guys, over on Metal Game Solid's YouTube channel and the website. So you can win. There's 2 copies up for grabs, and you can actually enter both of them. But for example, if you put a Neon Inferno press package, it will take you there, and you can get high quality images straight away. But right, let's get rid of this and let's put a bit of Final Fight on there. But Ronnie, you know what? It's been absolutely amazing. It's been insightful. I felt like I've definitely learned some stuff, especially that the MiSTer menu disappears after 10 or 15 seconds. I'm going to have to give that a try and leave my MiSTer alone 10 to 15 seconds after booting it. But yeah, man, dude, thank you so much for your time. The work you do is amazing. Please accept like my gratitude and the gratitude of the entire MiSTer FPGA and the retro gaming community in general. Like what you do is amazing. You make an amazing project like even better with the work that you do. We can see that it's done from the heart. You love what you do, and we love what you do. Anything you kind of want to finish up on? Anything you want to say? The floor is yours, Ronnie.
Thank you. Well, yeah. First and foremost, thank you, all of you guys. If it wasn't for you, I would have never discovered how appreciated my artwork would be. So you drove it out of me, and I absolutely love to do it. So as much as you guys are thankful to me, I'm very much thankful to all of you, because I would have never known how much appreciated my artwork would be. And this is what drove me. This is why I'm doing conventions. If it wasn't for the MiSTer community, I would have just, I would have never continued my artwork. And, I am very appreciative of everybody. I really am. And it's been mind blowing for me. And, yeah, I love all you guys. I do.
Absolutely awesome. So guys, keep in mind that if you do want to get something personal done from Ronnie, he is obviously open to that. So contact him if you want to get yourself like a personalized canvas or some kind of artwork done. He is available to collaborate and kind of do that kind of stuff with you. So with that, guys, we will end this. Be freaking awesome to one another. And this is Pixel Cherry Ninja and Ranny Snice out. Goodbye, guys.
Take care. Thank you.